Breaking tonight, we are live in Cleveland, where the eyes of the nation will be focused all this week as Republicans prepare to nominate Donald Trump to the highest office in the land. Hello and welcome to this special 2-hour edition of Justice. I'm Judge Jeanine Pirro, live from Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for being with us. Now, it won't formally start until Monday, but the convention hall is ready, and the big names are already pouring into town. This week, Donald Trump will accept the Republican nomination for President of the United States right here in Cleveland. And today, Mr. Trump ended the speculation about who will join him on that road to the White House. Here are some of the highlights of Trump's announcement naming Indiana Governor Mike Pence as his running mate.
I found the leader who will help us deliver a safe society and a prosperous, really prosperous society for all Americans. Indiana Governor Mike Pence was my first choice. Mike Pence is a man of honor, character, and honesty. We know that. Hillary Clinton is the embodiment of corruption. She's a corrupt person. What a difference between crooked Hillary Clinton and Mike Pence. Mike Pence will never be afraid to speak the name of our enemy. Radical Islam, radical Islamic terrorism.
I thank Donald Trump for the confidence you've placed in us. And I accept your invitation to run and serve as Vice President of the United States of America. Americans can choose a leader who will fight to make America safe and prosperous again and bring real change, or we can elect someone who literally personifies the failed establishment in Washington, D.C. 7.5 years of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton's policies have weakened America's place in the world and stifled our nation's economy. Terrorist attacks at home and abroad, the grim and heartbreaking scenes from France just a few short days ago, the attempted coup in Turkey all attest to a world spinning apart. For the sake of our security, for the sake of our prosperity, for the sake of a Supreme Court that will never turn its back on our God-given liberties, let's come together as a party and a people and a movement to make America great again, and that day begins when Donald Trump becomes the 45th President of the United States of America.
Joining me now by phone, Eric Trump, Executive Vice President at the Trump Organization and son of soon-to-be Republican nominee for President Donald Trump. Good evening, Eric.
Judge, how are you?
I am well. How are you guys feeling today?
It was an amazing day. I mean, it was an amazing day. The governor, Mike Pence, he's such a wonderful guy. I've gotten to know him. We spent a lot of time together this week, and he's an amazing guy, and he's going to do such a great job on this campaign. And I don't think my father could have a better person by his side.
You know, Eric, he is a favorite among conservatives and Republican Party insiders. But at the same time, Mike Pence is not from a swing state. And initially endorsed Ted Cruz, although to be fair, at the same time, he gave your dad incredible kudos. What does he actually bring to the ticket?
You know, for the last 6 months, I've been saying to people that my father wasn't going to pick somebody who was just going to carry a state for him. He was going to pick somebody who was immensely competent to represent the people of our country, that quite frankly haven't been represented well at all by our politicians. And, if you look at Indiana, it's got a, AAA bond rating, one of the best of any state in the nation. They had one of the largest tax decreases of any state in the country. In fact, under Pence, taxes went down every single year he was governor of the state. They added 186,000 jobs to the state. They have one of the lowest unemployments in the state. So when he went in, there was close to 9% unemployment. Now it's under 4%. The amount of money, he did one of the largest hikes in educational spending, which has proven to be great for the state. And, I mean, the list goes on and on. But, I mean, all the things that my father has been talking about for the last year, he's done himself, and he's done a tremendous job. And Indiana is doing incredible. And that's why, Mike Pence is ultimately his running mate. He wants to do this, the very same things for this nation.
What's interesting is I think that your dad has said all along that he wants someone who is, more the politician, more, kind of the Washington insider beltway kind of candidate. And Mike Pence certainly brings that with his foreign policy experience on the Armed Services Committee, along with his congressional experience and his experience as a chief executive and a $2 billion surplus in Indiana. But now that your father has solidified the right, does he need to move more left to get independence?
Well, listen, I don't know about that. I mean, I think my father's been pretty clear on his platform. I mean, his platform is all about jobs. It's all about national security, keeping this country safe, taking care of vets, taking a country that's ranked 30th in the world in terms of, our education, and vastly increasing that. I mean, that's really an embarrassment. And really the message of America first, putting our country ahead of others. I mean, the trade deals, the trade imbalances, you see the $500 billion imbalance with China, you see the $80 billion trade imbalance with Mexico. He wants to have great trade deals, and that's his platform. I mean, he's been very, very clear about it, and that's his platform. So I don't think he's altering.
A lot of people, Eric, are sorry, go ahead.
I don't think he's moving off that in any regards. He wants to put America first again, and that's ultimately why he's running.
A lot of people are saying that, his temperament, Mike Pence's temperament, and his tone is very even keel and provides a great balance. But I want you to listen to what Senator Elizabeth Warren tweeted today, talking about, I think we have that, that they're a perfect match, two small, insecure men. I mean, is this woman now going to be the pit bull for the Hillary Clinton campaign?
Listen, one thing I can tell you about Mike Pence is he's not insecure. He's a United States Marine. He's an incredibly tough guy, and he's a great guy, too. I mean, you can sit down with somebody at a table, and you can instantly know if they're a quality person. I can tell you he is a quality person. His wife is a quality person. I mean, they are really amazing, amazing people. I think she's got her own problems, and yeah, she'll probably be the pit bull for Hillary, and I think probably Hillary needs that. But I mean, there is no better person to be on this ticket. I mean, he's a truly quality man, and my father's a quality man. I mean, he's the greatest. He's doing this for all the right reasons. I mean, he's doing this to solve the problems that politicians like Hillary Clinton created, and that's exactly why he's running.
Quickly before we go, I mean, I'm very excited. We're here in Cleveland. What can we expect at the Trump convention?
Well, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm speaking, Ivanka's speaking, Gahn's speaking, Melania's speaking, as you know. There's a lot of, private sector people speaking. I mean, the list has been incredible. And, the amount of people that were calling our family, can we please speak at the convention? Can we please speak? And these are big, big names. We've got an amazing convention lined up. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be different. It's going to be very, there's going to be a lot of audio visual, and there's going to be a lot of technology incorporated into it. I mean, it's really going to be fantastic. And listen, I think there's also going to be a lot of heart in there. I mean, here I am, I'm going to speak about my father and the man he is and the father he's been to me, and Ivanka and Don will do the same thing. And it's going to be an amazing convention, Judge.
All right, Eric, we're looking forward to it. Cleveland is very excited, I can tell you that. Eric Trump, thanks so much.
Can't wait to get there.
All right, and my next guest is livid over President Obama's reaction to the latest horrific terror attack in Nice, France. Take a listen to this.
I'm done trying to convince our president to actually define this enemy. We know what it is. It's radical Islamic terrorism. They are vicious. They're barbaric. They are on the march. If you, and I'm sorry, I'm on a roll here because I'm so just pissed.
Joining me now here in Cleveland, the former Defense Intelligence Agency director under President Obama, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. General, good to have you here.
Hey, thanks so much.
You were angry. A lot of us were angry. Yeah. What do we need to do to fight this?
Yeah, well, and I'll tell you, I'm less angry and I'm more resolved that we must beat these guys. There are so many things that we're not doing, and probably the principal thing, and I've been talking about this for a long time, we have to discredit this ideology. But we have to get the Muslim world and these leaders in the Muslim world, and frankly, the leadership, and I put that in quotes, in Iran, to step up and be counted and say, hey, we have a disease inside of our